Reborn last October out of the extension of a 4-year-old company called FetchRev, Hound decided through discussions with thousands of companies that effortless and zero-risk foot traffic is what restaurateurs, salon owners, and entertainment facilities really needed to increase their revenue while decreasing time and expertise to do so. Let's talk with the Chief Growth Officer, Mr. Eric Kioski-Smith. Eric, welcome to Mesa Morning Live.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it very much.
Well, tell us what, I am so technically clueless, but I know you have a service called SWAS, which is software with a service. What does that mean? What does that matter? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, let me put some context behind that. Software as a service is what most people log into today. If you have software that's sitting online or in the cloud, you log in, you have to learn how to use it, and you have to actually use it to make it useful for you. 3 years back, Hound had been helping thousands of businesses, particularly in the family entertainment space, and there were two things we realized. One, people hated having to learn yet another software package just to run their business. And two, they hated having to pay monthly fees to do this. So we launched the company Hound, and software with the service. What that really is we have a phenomenal scalable software tool, but particularly a restaurant who's way too busy trying to reopen and keep things clean, doesn't want to learn new software, doesn't want to have to pay for new software. So we made it software that you get the benefit of, but we run for you. So that's what software with a service means.
So you're basically helping businesses create a digital foundation to enhance their business and maximize profits. How's that?
Yeah, absolutely. And in this day and age, pre-COVID even, most restaurants, the general manager, the owners, the marketing executives have so many hats they have to wear. They already have tons of software, and many of them have gone down that path of our food is so great, people will just show up. Well, in a competitive world, that's no longer the case. In a digital world, that absolutely isn't. So we're walking in to fill this void of giving you consumers, new and existing ones, to get them back in your door more frequently and be able to track that happening, but without you having to, quite frankly, lift a finger. It takes about 5 minutes a week to monitor what we do. And we do promotions, digital promotions and coupons, and then we measure how well that works. And in the end, we only get paid if a paying consumer walks in the door for the business. So I think you add COVID to that, with restaurants having to maximize revenue for every person in the door because they only have a 50% capacity. They have to maximize the use of their employees, and we think we've got a pretty winning combination for them. There's an interesting twist, and the reason I'm on here with, and I really appreciate the Mesa Morning Live, the Chamber, absolutely Sally was phenomenal in helping us, and then of course Mayor Giles, who introduced us to his great economic development team. We're an economic development engine for restaurants and other similar brick and mortar merchants. So they've actually sponsored even that small little fee we get when we bring a paying customer in the door for all Mesa businesses that fit, the restaurant and the family entertainment and the health and beauty space that we support. So, and going back to your question about digital, as a byproduct of what we do, bringing in new consumers, we also are building a better digital presence for you in your social media. We're helping your website become more productive. And we're building, and we do email on your behalf about your business to consumers who willingly signed up on your website with their email or giving you birth date information.
That's great. Talk a little bit about what it's like to partner up with the City of Mesa, Arizona. That's a pretty powerful partner there.
It is a powerful partner, and I'm going to give a call out to not just the economic development team and the mayor here, but as a taxpayer, I've been absolutely blown away at how responsive and responsible economic development directors have been around the country. We're doing this in a lot of other cities. Mesa was one of the early ones on board for sure, but they're doing stuff that you just cannot believe as a consumer or a taxpayer that's going on behind the scenes to really make an impact on the businesses out there and actually the consumers as well. So it's been a wonderful experience. We've got a kind of collaborative environment. It's not just the city, it's also the chamber heavily involved, Visit Mesa's involved, the Downtown Development Authority is involved. And we're all in the same boat of we're doing our best to help the businesses who are suffering so much at the moment. And many of them, similar to Los Sombreros, they're local. They're not necessarily chains, although franchise owners are also local too. We're doing everything we can to help them, and it's really been a phenomenal relationship we're building.
That's great. If people that are watching today want to find some of the Mesa offers on Hound, where do they do that? How do they do that?
Well, the easiest URL for you is, it's a spelling over my shoulder, HOWND.com if you're a business. If you're the consumer looking for those specials and offers, it's MyHound, MYHOWND.com. Now, we do offer promotions through there, and I want to stress there are discounts, but we use the word promotions because we love it when restaurants have value-added offers instead. So some people say you kind of sound like Groupon, but we're not. All the money that a consumer pays goes to the business, not to us. And the promotions are designed to really bring you back frequently while still allowing the restaurants to be profitable on using those promotions. So MyHound, MYHOWND, simple app that it will actually show you all the offers within 10 miles of your where you are, and then you have a little wallet that stores all the coupons of the promotions you might purchase.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks for helping us navigate not only online, but navigate through this crazy time of the pandemic.
Mark, can I throw in an endorsement for these guys? One of the real challenges that we've seen come out of COVID is everyone is hunkered down, right? And we do everything virtually. We don't leave. We spend our day in our slippers and our day pajamas, and people bring their cardboard boxes to the front door of the stuff that we need. And so one of the big challenges economically we have as a community is how do we get people back into brick and mortar retail businesses, because that's the lifeblood of our community. So the city was proud, we're delighted to discover Hound. They came very highly recommended. And so going forward, I think we are all going to be a little more digitally connected. Before we go out to eat anymore, we're going to pull out our phones. I think we're already there to a large extent. And we're also looking for deals. So this is really a great collaboration of all of the things that I think the economic reality that COVID has presented to us. You can go to the MyHound app. You can say, hey, look, I got a 2-for-1 here. I've always meant to try Los Sombreros or one of the new restaurants in town. And look, now I've got a financial incentive to do that. And again, it doesn't cost anything on the consumer side, and it's also very beneficial for the retailer as well, because right now the city is covering some of the minor fees that are associated with this. So I hope people discover this and this becomes the new normal, because we're excited and anxious to get people back into the brick and mortar retail establishments. Particularly, we're also very much encouraging outside dining right now. You can continue to do, of course, responsibly takeout and other ways to do it, but really very excited. Hound has been very successful in some of our neighboring communities, and I think it's really going to be a godsend for a lot of Mesa retail establishments, particularly restaurants.
Well, you can't come up with a better endorsement than that from the mayor of Mesa, Arizona. Eric Kioski-Smith, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to come tell us a little bit about Hound. I'm going to check it out, myhound.com. Thanks for your time.